Peace, y'all. So real quick, we're going to talk about false imprisonment and unlawful arrest because you need to know your rights, okay? So most people don't realize this, okay? So every time an officer actually detains you without lawful authority, even, let me tell you, even just for a few little minutes, that can legally be false imprisonment, okay? Now, false imprisonment isn't about guilt or innocence, right? It's about liberty. Your constitutional right to move freely unless due process of law says otherwise, okay? Stay with me. All right, so the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, okay? That means no warrant, no lawful cause, no arrest, okay? Now, courts have said this over and over again. A detention or arrest without a warrant and without probable cause is unlawful. And you can look up Henry versus United States 361 US 98-100, and that's 1959, okay? That's the year. Okay, and any officer who acts outside the law becomes a trespasser from the beginning. Trespasser, ab initio. You can look up Six Carpenters case 77, and it's ENG.RAP.695, okay? So, if you're arrested without a warrant, there must be a breach of the peace or a felony committed in the officer's presence. You hear me? Otherwise, it's not lawful. It's a civil wrong. That's why courts have ruled an arrest made without a warrant must stand on firmer ground than mere suspicion. Okay? And you can look up Beck versus Ohio 379 US 8991. That's back in 1964. Go on and look it up, honey. Now, here's the key. Probable cause means actual facts, not opinions, guesses, or hunches, honey. No facts, then there's no probable cause, and therefore no lawful arrest. Okay, so under Title 18 USC 242, it's a crime for any officer to deprive you of your rights under color of law. Okay, now that means when they act outside their authority, they're not protected by immunity. Okay? If they fail to bring you before a magistrate without unnecessary delay, that's another violation. And that's going to be under 18 USC 3041. An arrested person must be taken forthwith before a magistrate. Okay? So detaining you without doing that, oh baby, that's false imprisonment. You heard me. That's false imprisonment. Plain and simple. Okay? So even the Supreme Court has said it, right? Where fundamental rights are involved, the courts will not presume regularity in official action. That's ZERBST, and it's ZERBST 304 US 458 464 back in 1938. So when your liberty is at stake, the burden is on them, not you. They have to prove jurisdiction and authority, baby. So if they can't, the arrest is void from the start. Okay? So remember this phrase, guys, which is fras et jus nunquam cohabitant. That is fraud and justice never dwell together. And an arrest made through fraud, fear, or force is no arrest at all. Okay? So, you have any questions about this, you need a consultation, please feel free to, you can DM me or check up top. Okay? All right, y'all. Peace.